So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek Mabubani, and the co-host who is
Mohammed Magdi.
Yeah, and we're back here. It's a new year of the dragon, the lung, as you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whatever people want to say this year. But I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Did you get to watch the fireworks in Hong Kong?
I did actually.
You did?
Yeah. So
Oh,
I
wow.
did. I had a pretty good day with Garen. We were having dinner at Soho House, and then we just walked down to the waterfront.
You can watch. Yeah, you can just
So
watch it there.
we went up to Pier 3.
Yeah.
And we just watched it from up there. But from this side, because like I saw photos later, and they're supposed to be like horizontal. And we saw them from the one
Sideways,
side,
right?
sideways.
Yeah.
But there was still like a lot of and it's my first time ever seeing a big display of fireworks for 20 minutes. It ran for exactly 23 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was a lot.
Yeah, I
it was
completely
really
forgot
good.
about it. I remember it was a
You
Sunday,
did?
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, oh yes, it's fireworks today.
Yeah.
And then like part of me was like, I really should actually go attempt to watch it.
Yeah.
Then at the same time, I'm like, I really doubt these 20 minutes of my life that I'm going to watch this on TV is going to be worth it. So I'm like, nah, forget it.
Really? I thought it was worth it. Like, I mean, maybe because where we live as well is very convenient.
Yeah,
Both of us can just walk home. So I thought the whole experience of like walking to dinner is a nice place.
Yeah.
Walking to the waterfront, seeing cool fireworks, walking back home.
And
That
you're
for
done,
me, that was like really
Oh, yeah,
a good
yeah.
evening.
The convenience of there. Yeah, it's
the
just like no big
convenience
deal.
of- Yeah, people are like rushing to buses and stuff. I'm like, I will be home.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
10
Before
minutes.
you get on the bus.
Yeah.
That definitely. I mean, I always am very grateful for that. Especially like I said, go to open mics and everything. Go there, do my thing, come back. I'm back home before everyone's like left.
Yeah.
Like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I saw around the world, like the different celebrations of Chinese New Year. There was one that is like a 1400, around 1400, 1200 drones.
Oh yeah, the dragon shape.
That
or
doing
something?
dragon, in Singapore, and I think in Dubai too.
Yeah.
And that looked pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say that using that kind of technology for this is pretty smart. Because like the fireworks thing is great, and they've tried to do those shapes with the fireworks.
Yeah.
But it is still kind of semi-organic.
Yes.
So there's no way you're gonna, oh, that's supposed to be a heart. You're like, not really. You know?
Yeah, it's like bad latte art. You're like, it is what you want it to be.
Yeah, sure, you know? Yeah, but the drones is like one more precise. You're like, oh, I see.
That is insane. Yeah. That Singapore video, say what you want about Singapore. But like, I mean, it's also just technology. It can be from anywhere, right?
I mean, let's be honest.
Just a company doing it.
Like, we're impressed because the shape is revealing.
Yeah.
But if you really look at the mathematics behind it, you're like, it's not special. It's literally just simply dots.
Yeah.
You know, you get positioned here, in GPS
I mean,
location.
it's still like, that many, like the coordination of how many.
Yeah. It's like lights,
you're saying it like you can do it.
Yeah. You know, I just like write a little program, be like, all right, you go here, you go there, let's make this shape.
Yeah, and the lights as well. Yeah. That's crazy.
So I get it. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's like any of the shows that you watch, you're like, oh, they're just doing this, big deal, and you do like, holy shit, man. To cue the light on this point when they're saying that, my God, this is insane. Like, yep.
Yeah, I was just speaking of impressive stuff. I was just seeing posts about Taylor Swift in Melbourne. She's like on tour in Australia, and oh my God, like the production of the show. I'm not familiar with her work at all.
Same.
Maybe I would like her. Maybe I want. I don't like. That's not the point. But the show, like the photos from the show, look so cool.
Yeah.
That I'm like, I would want to go there just to see that.
I can imagine like, when Lady Gaga came to Hong Kong. And,
I would love to see her. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, damn, this is like legit a proper
exactly.
set.
You want to see like a show,
proper production, like Broadway level. I was like, oh my God, this is like a proper thing.
Damn, how was that?
That was pretty cool.
What was like? Do you remember anything from like the?
So
what do they call the fireworks? They have a name.
Pyrolithics or something like that? Yeah. Anyway, so I think she had some of that as well. But I do remember it was kind of like this castle-looking thing, and like the drummer would be inside one of the caves in the castle, and this and that, and every now and then it would like slide out, and you see them do their solos and stuff, and you're like, whoa, this is like all coordinated, thought out. It wasn't just like, oh, put this here and you stand there, yay, you know?
Yes.
Because I remember when I watched, for example, Metallica, when I went to Singapore to watch them, there is a certain coordination. They're not just standing in one place. They're moving around. But they don't just go like, I'm coming to you, you go there. It's like, we know at this point of this song, I'm going to go at this point, and you go there. So people get to see, like, you get to see all the players wherever you're standing. They come to you at some point in the concert.
Yeah, I saw them in Shanghai, and I
you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know exactly at this point. All right, I played this riff. Now I'm going to walk over to this side. You go
Yeah.
there. Oh, yeah. And the solo's going to be on this platform over here. Oh, yeah, full on, man.
I saw Iron Maiden in Shanghai, and it was
wow.
quite similar because they have the mascot
yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
and the mascot is on stage, and you
Yeah.
can also see because they have like a huge mascot. It's
Yeah, they
called
have to
Eddie,
be.
Eddie the Head
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, it's like huge.
Yeah, huge, and you're like
Wow.
doing dances and stuff. And you're like, wow, that is a lot of work.
Yeah,
To
and
even to make sure that this thing doesn't collapse and kill all of you.
number one, that. Yeah.
Yeah. And also on the audience is like, it's very impressive.
And think about like the having to ship it all over, reset
Dude,
it.
he's the pilot as well. The
Yeah.
lead singer of Iron Maiden. My memory is shot today.
Really?
Yeah. He's the pilot. He's a licensed pilot.
Wow.
So he flies their own private jet.
That's crazy.
To the gigs, which is like just amazing.
That's another level.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that in the sense like the whole private jet thing. You're like, I just go over there, be like a rock star. Like, no, this is our thing. This is our little cabin. This is our whole transportation
Yeah.
for the whole tour. That's pretty cool. I must say, the idea of having like your tour gang,
Yeah.
and then you got like your own little private jet that just
Oh, it's
lands. Goes down.
amazing.
You're thinking like, wow, that's another level.
That's a
man.
different level.
Yeah, that's a proper experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, how many performers do you know that do the private jet thing? Because I know like so many of obviously the big ones that come here are all private jets. We get
Yeah.
that. But I'm sure, like, for example, half the comedians we've worked with are like, oh, economy.
No, yeah. They would at best you'll fly like first class or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the biggest ones would be like Jim Gaffigan, maybe. He does not. He doesn't have a private jet. That's for sure.
I can tell. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I feel like maybe in the US he might get like if he's doing a crazy tour.
Yeah.
But that's not that impressive.
it's
But he
domestic.
wouldn't fly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're not-
You wouldn't fly here on a private jet. That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's unnecessary.
Gad Elmaleh might be because he is just too big in
Yeah.
France. So he might, but he did not come here on a private jet either because I was working for the company at
Yeah.
the time.
So he's like
he
first
just
class
had like
only, right?
first class and
Yeah.
like crazy hotels and stuff, but
Yeah.
just a first class ticket.
I mean, like, you put the math together, the first class ticket. I remember I was checking something like 70,000 Hong Kong for something that cost maybe 7,000 Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And then, like, you get the hotel for, let's say, 40,000.
Yeah.
100,000. You're like, yeah, a private jet costs you 200,000.
Yeah.
So, like, why
Might
would
as
I?
well.
Yeah, might as well just do the first class. It's
Yeah.
almost as good.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I remember, like, for first class, when you get off the plane, you also get shipped through a different way,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your own like little limousine car or whatever.
Pick you
waiting
up,
for
and
you.
then, like, so you have no encounter with the general
with the
public.
blips.
Yeah, with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So those guys, and also there is usually VIP terminals as well. At
Yeah.
least we have them back home because there's a lot.
There
of
must
like,
be.
Yeah. So it's like when fucking Leonardo DiCaprio is landing.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not gonna go through
immigration. Yeah.
Hong Kong immigration.
Yeah.
Sir, how long do you stay in Hong
Yeah,
Kong?
exactly. Yeah. So, what's your hotel?
What is your
Yeah,
hotel?
exactly.
Fill out this
Yeah,
immigration
exactly.
form.
Please declare if you have any of these following items.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? What's your reason for visit? It's like, I'm sorry, what? What's your reason for visit, sir?
I show
Yeah.
up. I
Yeah.
mean, Messi and Beckham were just talking about them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
did not go through Hong Kong immigration.
There's no way,
There's
man.
no chance in
There's
hell.
no way. Like, going through, like, they have to do the interview process of, like,
Yeah.
sir, why would you like to come to Hong Kong?
Maybe I think what happened is that they went to the hotel and then the immigration went to them.
I believe so, yes.
Maybe, yeah.
That's highly likely, because, like, I know with cruise ships,
Yeah.
the immigration gets on the ship.
Yeah.
So, and it does all the passengers,
Maybe
right?
on the bus on the way, there is a guy who's just like, sorry to bother you, sir.
Yeah.
Can I just look at your passport?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm
Yeah.
very sure. And then, like, and those guys definitely have the protocol of, like, you cannot announce this, no photos or nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And they know that, like, the number of people I've met.
Yeah.
And I can tell no one.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God, that must like really burn them. We're like, no, I really did meet
Yeah.
him. Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I checked Messi's passport.
Yeah,
good luck
exactly,
saying
no,
that.
yeah.
No one would believe you. That's
No,
the
but
thing.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, like, you've done all that stuff. You've seen what they're like behind the scenes and everything, and everyone looks at you as like, you're just an immigration officer.
Yes.
You're
And
one
he's
of those
like,
guys
you
that
have no fucking idea.
Yeah, you just chop.
Yeah.
Just fucking shut up and chop.
And there's no chops anymore, even. That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another
You
thing.
give a
right?
little paper slip to people now.
Yeah, right. And I
Yeah.
know, like, for example, Singapore now, I think you can go the E route and you don't get a chop on your passport.
Yes.
And that's annoying.
That is annoying. I
Yeah,
agree
I like
because
to have the
luckily
chop.
I think both of us are like old enough that we caught like the good years of
Yeah.
the last good years of
Yeah.
chopping. Like I
Yes.
have 2 passports. This is my 3rd passport. One of them, the second one is completely full.
Yeah.
No pages left. I think it has 1 page left before it expired.
Yeah.
And the first one, the handwritten one, is like half full. This one is, even though I started traveling again, it's almost empty because nowhere gives a.
Yeah.
Singapore doesn't.
Yeah.
Melbourne, Australia doesn't.
Yeah.
Here doesn't. I mean, I live here. It's a Hong Kong
Yeah, it
ID.
doesn't count. Yeah.
But I think a lot of even the Asian, like Southeast Asian countries also don't. Maybe Bali does.
More and more,
but like
yeah.
Japan, it's just going away.
Yeah.
Which really sucks.
Yeah, I kind of feel like even if it's digital, can't there be like some sort of like memorabilia that you stick onto your passport?
I
that
think
went
some
there?
countries, I think in Europe, you can ask them, like, can you stamp it? Because
Yeah.
some people like wanted to have the memory.
Yeah.
I want to start doing that. I'm like, can you
Yeah.
still stamp?
I guess I understand because like if you travel so much, like it means nothing to me now.
Yeah.
Just want to get through it. Fair enough. But I mean, I think the machine that they do when you put your passport in, why can't it just like and
Yeah.
do that? Like,
Yeah.
like I'm sure there's easy technology that it detects, and they have some sort of protocol that we know the pages are this size. You are allowed within this size of a shop, and you put it over there. That's it.
Yep. I don't know if that was the case for you last year. When I was leaving Melbourne the first time later last year, did you remember leaving? Because I don't know if you remember that. What happened leaving is that you're talking to nobody anymore.
Yeah.
You're also not showing your passport. Dude, I was so confused. So I was going through one of these gates that
It's just face detection,
it read
right?
your face.
Yeah.
And there was obviously an officer there, like for people like
verification. Yeah.
no, he wasn't verifying. He
Just
just
in case,
opened.
yeah.
So I think it's for dummies like me who was like, so where is the officer?
Yeah.
So I was just stood there and he waved me like to go away.
Yeah.
And I go, that's it? He goes, yep.
Yeah.
I guess he gets asked that every single
I'm
time.
sure everyone's confused.
But I'm like, this is the highest tech I've ever seen so far.
yeah.
Especially for like someone with a shitty passport. I'm like, you just read my face and let me go?
Yeah. Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's another level, right?
Yeah, that's very, very high tech.
I mean, like, I do remember, like, okay, so I was in, I believe, Singapore, and basically trying to go through immigration. And then, so what happened is that you're supposed to put your fingerprint or something like that on the machine, right? So I put my fingerprint, and it said, wait for assistance. And so I was like, okay, waiting for assistance. Then the guy comes over. He's like, put your finger on the thing. I'm like, yeah, it says wait for assistance. He's like, yeah, I'm assisting you now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, but it's not working.
Yeah.
He's like, well, put your finger on it. I'm like, I'm doing that. It says wait for assistance. I'm like, where's the assistant? He's like, I'm assisting you. I'm like, what are you assisting me? He's like, I'm telling you to put your finger on it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, we were in this loop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is getting
So you
annoying
put your
now.
finger and then it worked?
Yeah, I put my finger on the machine. It,
Yeah.
it was detect, wait for assistance.
Sure.
So the guy comes over.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
put your finger. I'm
He's
like, my finger is
assistant.
on it.
Yeah. It's like you're not adding new
You're not
information.
assisting.
Yeah, you're not assisting.
Like, I do need to get a dictionary.
You're
What is-
telling me the thing that you're reading the screen,
Yeah,
which I can read
yeah.
myself.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not really assisting me by reading what I could do myself. You know.
Yeah.
So I remember that one. And I was like, oh God. But the moment you get it, Changi Airport, I gotta give it hands down still with the new
Oh,
jewel,
yeah.
with the new jewel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that
Yeah,
is
insane.
ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah. So I would really definitely want to, you know how they say like a day in the life of. I would definitely
Yes.
want to be in the day in the life of like someone who has to work with the most VVVIP of people.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift is as big as it can get right now as
yeah.
celebrity.
You know, and like that kind of thing. Like,
what is
like,
her immigration? I mean, there must be. I mean, because legally, like, even if she has a team handling all of this, they still
Yeah.
need to see her, right? Like, they still need to like make sure.
So I'm guessing they get on her plane.
Yeah.
They look at her. They're like, "Oh, it's Taylor Swift,"
Yeah.
and they verify. And that's pretty much it.
That's it.
At best, they might have a machine to like kind of just take a photo, like scan
Yeah.
her face and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, it's like unlikely because I'm sure with these VVVIPs,
Yeah.
they have so much power that they're like, "I don't want you to scan me."
Yeah.
You're like, "Sure."
Yeah. I don't want you to have my fingerprint.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
I think,
makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want it like that's.
Yeah, exactly.
How much is that worth? If you
Exactly.
like fingerprint her like
Yeah.
the wrong thing.
Because I think they basically did some calculations, and I think when she went to Japan or something, she like the economy got boosted by I don't know how much.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yes, you boost entire I mean, I'm sure right now her net worth is. I mean, I would be very not surprised if her net worth is more than the entire GDP of Egypt. I'm not
oh
joking.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like it's just like that
it's like
bad.
another level, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. So if she tells you, I don't want to go through this process,
Yeah.
highly likely you'll be like, okay, right? Like when Nicole Kidman
Yeah.
had to come to Hong Kong to film her X
Oh
Factor
yeah,
thing,
exactly. And Nicole Kidman is already like a what do
Yeah.
you call a has-been of sorts.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of a has been. Like think about it. If Nicole Kidman is able to get that kind of like special privilege,
Yeah.
then Taylor Swift is like, buddy, like you are definitely not.
And people are still mad at her, by the way.
Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't
apparently the
seen
show
it
is
yet.
like apparently the show is not bad.
Oh really? I haven't
Yeah.
seen it at all. I have no idea. But anyway, I do remember the whole fiasco, and I'm like, yeah, okay, let's be honest. This is the reality of the world that we live in. Let's not be
Okay,
surprised
I mean,
anymore.
I also did it very quickly, and I'm totally off. But actually, it wouldn't be okay. So, Taylor Swift net worth as of whatever Google 2024 is 1.1 billion US dollar.
Wow.
Clearly, a lot of money. From CBS News, and it's quite recently. Egypt, however,
Yeah.
it's Egypt GDP as of 2021 is $404 billion.
Oh, okay. So a little bit off, yeah.
A little bit off, but also not crazy off that she is like.
Yeah, exactly.
400
exactly.
Taylor Swift is the whole GDP of a country as big as Egypt.
Yeah.
And also, there is a lot of countries probably with GDP that are less than $1 billion.
So let's take a look. So just to give everyone context, a billion is 1,000 million.
Right.
Okay. So if you're looking at 1,000 million, so if you think about generally the interest rate now, if you were to keep your money in a bank at $1 billion, right, at 3% interest rate,
Yeah.
okay, she's making annually $30 million in interest. Okay.
You're just doing it at the 10%.
And this is like US dollars.
Yeah.
At the 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna-
3%.
At
Yeah.
3%.
Yeah.
Every single day, she's making 82,000 US dollars by doing nothing.
Yeah.
So let's just multiply
By
that by
just having the
7.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She every single day it makes 630,000 Hong Kong dollars doing nothing. Okay. Now let me remind you, there are other billionaires that live in Hong Kong
Yeah.
with over 1 billion US dollars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They are making $600,000 a day.
Well, their money is probably not at HSBC though. It's
No,
like- yeah.
I'm talking about 3% as in like,
Yeah.
let's just say they did no
Sure.
investments,
Yes,
right? They
yes,
clearly have way more than that.
Yeah.
But at $600,000 a day, think about it. A private jet is, let's say, $200,000, right?
Yeah.
Or 400,000, let's just say. You still have money left over if you flew private
If you flew private everywhere.
every day.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, that's the level.
I mean, I found her, in case she's interested, I know she listens to random podcasts. So
Yeah.
if she is listening to this, I found her a list of countries. She can buy a bunch of countries, not one.
Yeah.
With her money, actually with half her money, she can probably buy a few countries.
Yeah, such as?
She can buy the Marshall Islands, which cost only 0.29 billion.
Oh, wow.
So that's like 1/3 of her money, the Marshall Islands, and then she can choose to buy Palau, which is a country that I have heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 0.27. So that's about 60% of her money. And maybe she can have something small. She can buy either Nauru, which I've never heard of,
Sure.
or Tuvalu. 0.07.
You know what? I would recommend she buy Lamma Island.
That is worth negative money. That is
Yeah.
like they should pay her.
No, but like it will be such a great charity gesture.
Yes.
To say Taylor Swift owns Lamma Island.
Yes.
And then this is where the Hong Kong government is like, oh my God, this is super difficult for us to decide.
Yeah.
Because it is technically negative money.
Yes.
But she's willing to pay money.
Exactly.
And the government's like, we'd love that money, but we can't let her own part of Hong Kong. You know what I mean? Like they had this whole thing like, but that's foreign forces. You know, it's kind of like,
yeah, exactly.
right? Just imagine that, like every time you go to Lamma Island, and like the people living on Lamma Island, like over the roof, they're like, "Oh my God, my property prices went up like 1,000 times because this is official
They're
Taylor."
all Swifties. Like
They're
they
all
all have to
Swifties,
wear
yeah.
the T-shirt
Yeah,
and everything.
you know, and like she probably just goes there, buys up everything. Like the house probably costs $1 million. She's like, "I'll pay you 10."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
and even if she did all that stuff, she'd still have like money left over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it
I mean,
literally-
yeah, you reach like a certain like she's an artist. Obviously, like people like Elon Musk have more. So
yeah.
actually, he is probably worth than the GDP of Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And so, okay, now let's everybody. I know you're listening to this probably on a Monday and Tuesday, starting your week, saying, you know, it's a new week, it's a new year, you know, you're the lung and whatever, and you're all motivated by, this is the year, you know, this is the year I'm gonna be.
still, by the way, still off. He is half the GDP of Egypt.
Oh,
So he's 205, and Egypt is about 400.
so let's now think about that. So,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift at 1 billion
Yes.
makes $600,000 a day,
Yes.
600,000 Hong
Yeah.
Kong a day, right? So
He is worth. Yeah. Right now, it says
250 times
2024.
more than her, right?
Yes.
He makes 158 million Hong Kong dollars
In
a day.
In interest.
In interest.
And his money just parked somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100
If he does absolutely nothing.
That is crazy. Dude. That's ridiculous.
This is like where I agree. Like I get annoyed by like the activists. Like they have like sometimes just like kind of empty. Is like, what is your plan?
Yeah.
But one of them is like when they say like, you know, defund the billionaires or take their money. I'm like, at this level, you should actually take some of his money.
Yeah.
It's like no
won't
one,
hurt.
no one should have this much money.
Yeah, this is
No
ridiculous,
one
man.
individual should be
Yeah.
worth this much.
Yeah.
This is just stupid.
Yeah.
After like I don't know, cap it at like 3 billion.
Yeah, because like after
3 billion.
let's put it this way: like, let's say when you do a comedy show as well, after let's say 3,000 people in an audience, you really
Yes.
can't tell the difference.
Yes.
Sure, a stadium of like 100,000 is awesome, but like
Yeah, but it's
on
just
stage
money.
you're like, I don't,
Yeah.
I can't, no, I don't know
You can't
idea.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like. at the same time, like, you just don't have enough time in your day to spend that kind of money on anything, which is why you end up doing silly things like buying Twitter and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for like that was 400 million, I remember.
I have no idea, but like, all I know is I'm like,
But 400 million, think about it. 1 billion is 1,000 of a million, right?
So
he has 200 billion. So
he has
that's
200
actually
billion US. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's his net worth.
Wow.
So it's 400 million is actually nothing for him.
Yeah,
because he has how many more of those 400 million? It's just like,
oh god.
But this is what I agree. I'm like, abolish billionaires. I'm like, maybe not, but like cap them at like, I don't know how many $1 billion do you need anyway?
Yeah. But I mean,
if you're one individual.
Yeah, true.
After when you get, speaking from no experience and never meeting these kind of people, if you have 500 million US dollar to your name, you probably have access. You have
a different world. Yeah.
Yeah, but also you have no problems that you can't solve with money.
Yeah,
unless you're like, obviously like disabled or something like that.
All right,
like,
so there you go. Now, this is the other thing I was reading as well with all these rich people is that suddenly now you have the new problem, which is everyone wants your money.
Yeah.
And you have no idea who's here for the real deal and who's for your money, right? So, like, for example, every organization like, oh, we'd love to work with you, bring this change. You're like, you don't really care about me, do you?
Right.
Right? And I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because, like, that's another level. It's like the whole Billboard thing, right? About how there's an epidemic of gold diggers, right? The whole thing of like you hit a certain level of these women suddenly show up. You're like, what the fuck? Where were you? And you know what it's for. And I think that's the ultimate thing. Cause like,
Tiger Woods, who is objectively not a good-looking man.
Yeah.
At all.
Either way, but I mean, I agree with Billboard's whole thing about like, because like you weren't getting women thrown to you, who are willing and are like super hot, right? So in the same way, like, it's easy for you to swat them away because like,
exactly. You're like, you fucking have to deal with this and see how long you will hold up.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And I don't blame them because I get the situation, and of course, don't forget, like maybe he had trained so hard young. He never got all these great things, and now after all, this is the fruits of his labor.
Apparently, I was just reading something about his. I was listening to a podcast talking about his documentary, which apparently he did not. I mean, it makes sense that he did not have a good childhood because
What Michael Jackson had a terrible childhood.
Dude, there's videos of him swinging at 2 years old.
Not surprising, yeah.
I'm like, oh, that guy did not like. He's just a fucked up kid.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the one unfair. I'm not saying I agree with what he did and everything. What I'm saying is that I've learned to come to realize that most people do things because there's a certain experience, a background behind it. Like for example, I was reading Kevin Hart's book before, and I said the one thing I admire about him is why he's such a big hustler now, because that's how he's always been.
Yes.
His mom made him like work nonstop all day long, joining activities and everything. And now to him, he can't stop. He's doing masterclass, he's doing filming, he's doing this. I'm like, this guy won't stop.
I did speak to one of our buddies that who ran a tour of his, and he said it's almost kind of sad that he can't shut it off.
Yeah.
And he was like, because he was doing whatever big arena somewhere, but he had a deal with the club after that he goes to the club, so the club pays him money to just show up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I can tell he was already tired on stage because he was with him all day. He's like, he was tired before, he was tired on stage. He was basically like almost falling asleep at the club, and people were still coming in to take photos with him because he's making more money. He was like, it was just sad.
Yeah.
He was like, it was just sad to see.
And
he was like, this is an actual like monkey now that you're bringing in. But he's agreeing to it, which is like, dude, just...
Yeah, so there's that. Exactly. You get it? Like, I think that's the other side. And as I read in his book, because of course he's come from a really tough place, from the projects ghetto, whatever you want to call it. And so there's always going to be that inside fear of like, this can end any moment. And can I sustain it once it ends, So I'm sure he's dealing with that issue.
Yeah.
Right? Same with Elon Musk and everything. I'm sure he's dealing with his own issues, which is why, like, why would he go on these events on, online and everything? There's some issue that he's also dealing with.
I mean, it's also like we want something more than money, like, right? Like you want to the validation, you want to feel like you're worth something to somebody. So sometimes you do it outlandishly, like Elon Musk is like, hey, look at me. I guess the word I'm looking for is relevance. You want to stay relevant, right?
Yeah.
Especially when he was relevant at some point, when he did like that first Rogan interview and like smoked weed and it was like, oh my God. And he stopped people talking about him. Now he's like, I want people to talk about me. I'm going to make a crazy...
it feels good, right?
Yeah, it feels good.
I mean, I think with this way, like guys like Warren Buffett and Bill Burr, I think they came from a different background because their whole thing was like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And so they've come to terms with that, which is why you'll see that the type of knowledge that they bestow on the way they work is very different from anyone else.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, like it comes down to this, like we're saying this now, but I'm sure if we were given the option, we're like, no, I'll take the money.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, yeah. I mean,
I would want to experience it once just to be like, oh, wow. And I'm very sure, I guarantee if I had that kind of money, I would definitely be less happy than I am now.
Yeah.
I can tell you that now.
Because
already.
you start having new set of problems. You have a solution to... I think maybe it's like you have a solution. Now you have a solution to a problem, which is not having money. So that's fixed.
Yeah.
But then you have a new set of problems that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
Which is people being fake around you.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone wants a piece of you.
Yeah.
Maybe even the problem of not having too many avenues to spend the money. That's a problem.
Yeah. And I think that's the issue. What I tell people is that at some point you got to realize that one limitation we all have as people is 24 hours.
Yes.
You could be super rich, but you only have 24 hours. And now if you're given an unlimited ticket to do whatever you want, you want to do everything, but you cannot do it within 24 hours.
Yes.
It's impossible. And you start losing your mind. Like, for example, I remember it's like me having days off where I'm like, I actually have nothing scheduled today.
Yeah.
And my mind's like, I got to make the most of this.
Yep.
And now I'm like, let's bring out all the things I've wanted to do and try to do it. And at the night, by the evening, I'm like, I haven't finished it. The night's already done. Shit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I this cycle happens all the time.
Yeah, I actually do this on the same thread. I actually realized that how happy I was. The silliest thing, like when we were in Macau recently, we're playing the slot machine. We kept playing. It's just like basically an actual game, right? So you're playing, you're gambling a little bit of money for fun. And we're so happy to made the money back eventually. Like, you lose, you had a little bit of money, and we're like, oh, yay! And actually, this might sound like such a poor person thing to say, but I'm like, if you have so much money, this joy is over for you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're never going to be like, oh my God, I made my money. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, dude, like, think about it.
Who gives a shit? I can buy this casino if I want.
Absolutely.
And now
man.
it's like, oh, all right. I guess I can't gamble anymore. This is boring.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Like, put it this way.
I'm like, I was so happy. I was like, oh yeah, we made the money back. Happy days.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
You see, and that's the one thing that has come. Like,
this podcast is for poor people to feel better about themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for the new year.
Exactly.
But one last thing about this topic is that think about when you got pocket money as a kid. When you got that $100 or whatever, you'd be like, oh my God, this is it. Like you and myself today, if we got someone to give us like a lycee of let's say $100, it'd be nice. We would be like, oh yes, oh my God, we're like, okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Thanks. I will go buy
I'll
about
get on with my day.
About 25 hectares from
Sure, yeah, from Bakehouse. Yeah, exactly.
Bakehouse.
Yeah. Way to go with slipping in the Bakehouse reference every now and then.
Exactly. I feel like we'll have to commit to it now.
Yeah. Every episode, right? Somewhere we're gonna be like, oh, by the way, how's your house doing? It's baked up. It's baked up. Like, oh, yeah.
I saw a guy he was on the street. What was his state? He was baked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. What was that sentence said? You mean the line? Oh, you mean the line like Bakehouse line?
Yeah. So I would buy 25. Now they're 12.5. So
now 12.5.
Yeah.
So ultimately I think that's the thing is that you'll get to a point where those little simple joys, and hence the whole happiness is everything, the best things in life are free and everything. Because I think that's what everybody goes in full circle. You come to a point where you achieve that thing you thought, and then you'll be like, oh, I guess this is not as great as I thought. For example, I remember when I did my India shows. I did a whole bunch of shows in India. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to India to do shows. Oh my God, it's going to be so cool. I did it. Shows finished. And I'm like, oh, okay. Life is back to normal.
Yes.
So what's the big deal now,
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. And maybe reflecting in our business that maybe this is why people tour. Some people tour almost without stop because, having done that a couple of times, obviously on a much smaller level, the tour itself is very exciting. Obviously, it has its ups and downs and all of that. But then, just like you said, right after it, like, oh, all right.
Yeah, the down
I
sucks.
guess the down sucks. Yeah. So now you just want to stay on the road.
Yeah.
Or whatever to just like, all right, I have a new city today or something.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, it's kind of like you're still escaping because you have to face the down at some point.
Yes.
At
that's
some
the
point,
problem. And then people
dead.
just kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And that segues us into the next part of this podcast.
Exactly. Speaking of murder, or self-exit, that's actually how they get away from the censorship online now.
Or self-exit.
Yeah, because the algorithm would catch the word suicide and might shadow ban you. So people use the word self-exit now. I learned that from like a cool podcast.
Yeah, like we'll talk about self-exiting.
Like, they were talking about Jeffrey Epstein and they said he self-exited. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Man. Turns out, that's the cool term now.
And there you go. That's a good example. Jeffrey Epstein is a prime example of a person with everything.
That's a great example.
Do anything, had connections with everyone.
Yeah.
And yet that's the end game.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that podcast was actually quite conspiracy. People who are familiar with my work know.
Yeah, all conspiracies.
I can lean a bit into that, and it's fun. But anyway, that podcast was actually making the case that not just that he did not kill himself, that he was alive. Like you have so much money that you can just pay someone
Yeah.
in prison that he was on death row or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna take care of your family and your family's family.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is just go.
And the guy's like,
you're already on death row.
Yeah,
It's
you're like, I
fuck
had to go anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely, I'm going.
Wow. Not surprising. Honestly, like the older you get, the more things you see, the more you're like, you know what? Anything is possible at this point.
Yes, and
Like-
also that prison, there was like whatever, how many floors, 12 floors or something, and there was
Yeah.
like 18 guards. The whole place,
Yeah,
like
impossible.
It was just the whole thing was so strange.
Yeah.
Not to get into this, but
Yeah. But I mean, there you go. So that really comes down to it, and hence we were discussing it before the podcast about
Yeah.
like in Hong Kong when someone passes away,
Yeah.
what exactly happens?
Yes,
Right?
that was the episode.
The original
yeah,
idea.
the
Then we were
orig-
talking about how money and this and that, but it all leads to the same thing at the end of the
Yes.
day. You can't take it with you. You might as well enjoy it while you can.
Yep.
All that stuff. So one thing you will notice, in
one
Hong-
way you can enjoy it is
Yeah.
fake
Have a
house.
Patreon. Oh, we're gonna. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Get a cookie. Get a Patreon. Get a good time.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to Big House. You can also
Yeah.
support us on Patreon, so we
Yeah.
can go to Big House.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just all about things.
And if you do that, we might bump into you in Big House. You know, look for the two guys getting a egg tart and a cookie, and
Yeah.
it's probably them.
yeah,
Yeah, and just do one of those like typical info commercials where it's like, get a cookie, get a Patreon episode, and get a good time together. Support us. You know?
You have the voice. You have
Oh
the
yeah, I
radio
used to
voice
love
for it.
that voice, man.
Yeah.
I used to always imitate it, like, all right, everybody, this is FM 102 with me, your DJ, Vivek Mababane. yeah. He's going to, all right, today we've got our guest speaker, Muhammad Magdi. Tell me, Muhammad.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be on this radio show of yours.
Oh, yeah.
In your beautiful city, state, country.
So, Muhammad, let's go straight into the topic of the day. Now, we did see your show last night, and that's why we want to talk about death.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember I had a topic about death.
Yeah,
Definitely did not mean that I died.
I meant you said. not
yeah.
so much
Okay.
about
All right.
content.
You did mean that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, what happens when people die here?
All right. So first of all, from my experience of dealing with people, is that you're at the hospital or you're at home. You pass away and you have to contact, let's say 99 or whatever.
Wait,
and then-
you pass away, then you contact
no,
them?
it's like someone in your family.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't go like I'm dying. Yeah.
Quick,
So
Hong Kong efficiency.
yeah, exactly.
You
yeah.
must call
Yeah,
the authorities
exactly.
before you
Yourself.
go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah. That's right, Russell.
Exactly.
All right. So, for example, my grandma, when she passed away at the hospital, she's already at the hospital. So therefore, it's just much more straightforward. They do that. They take the body. I believe they go to the morgue and they keep it there because you have to decide what's the next process. You know, some families haven't thought it out. They've got to wait for family to come fly in, or they've just never discussed this, or they just have to go through the paperwork anyway. So the body goes to the morgue and they're in the little freezer thing. The typical, I've never been to it, but I'm very sure it's like every Hollywood movie.
Just like the movies, yeah.
Just drawers.
Drawers and then probably something on the toe, like a tag on the toe
one of those
or
typical
like
cartoony
anklets or
things.
something.
And there's always like one drawer that doesn't close.
Yeah.
With one foot sticking out.
Yeah.
You're like, what's that one? Oh, that's a basketball player.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have some of those. I mean, that's also why I guess old people shrinking over time is a good thing.
Yeah, it
Right?
is.
So slow down on the couch gym.
Yeah.
You know? it's just make it convenient for everybody. So they do that, and then you got the few days of paperwork. And I believe that you can take some time. You have like up to I don't know how many weeks, but like you have some time because family flying in,
Yeah.
making arrangements with the funeral homes, funeral parlors. I mean,
But given the real estate price here, there's no way you can keep them in the morgue for free, right?
I believe so. I believe depending on government hospitals because the journey
okay.
is not that long anyway. You
Oh, the
don't-
morgue is attached to the hospital usually.
no, maybe not. But
Okay.
they have these places that they store this.
Okay,
You
I
get
see.
it? So
I guess, yeah, the government, even if it's like, someone like who died in an accident and they still need to decide or whatever.
Yeah, well,
they're not gonna keep. Yeah,
they
you have
gotta
to have
keep
a
it
space
somewhere.
for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So I'm
I
sure
see.
they have spare spaces like that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, the inspiration is the coffin home anyway. So
Yeah.
all the coffin homes that you have in Hong Kong, they're probably like, oh, we could just use that idea
Yeah.
and make something else, right?
Yeah.
Right. So then you get to choose, I believe it's like the based on religion or whatever option. You can either cremation or burying, or you can even donate to science. So in other words, what there is that you can, it's called, I believe it's called the teacher or something.
Oh,
where-
you put something on your ID?
yeah, you can register for these things where after
Yeah.
you pass away, they can use your body and insides and everything for
Oh,
teaching
that's fun.
purposes. Oh, that's really good, dude. I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah,
so
I should
pro
do
on
that.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the whole concept is that you can continue teaching even after you go.
Yes.
I'm like, that's so good, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And so my grandma was a teacher and she was she was okay with this whole idea. So she signed up for that.
You actually did.
Yeah,
she
we
actually did.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So basically, the body for donation, right? So then you get to, and then of course you choose the coffin. Now I'm super against like these big ass wooden, thick, super fancy coffins. I'm like,
Yeah.
buddy, what? Why?
Yeah, there is no
Yeah.
like It's like it goes against the initial idea of like nothing is going with you anyway.
Yeah. Why are you
Then
even wasting all
why are
this?
you going out in style?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that doesn't make sense.
For me, I'm like just the most
Basic.
environmentally friendly, basic thing. Like, look, the game's over, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
more to it, right? So then you have to pick the types of coffins that you want. They obviously give you options, or you get your own. Then you have to also book the funeral parlor if you want to do that, or you want to do wakes and everything. So you have all that time, right, to sort this out. Then you have to think about getting the religious stuff where you go to contact your temple or your priest or whatever. They've got to be free to do any ceremonies.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So
It's funny going back to the Hong Kong real estate thing is that like I was walking around Happy Valley. That's obviously there is a big cemetery there.
Yeah.
But there is also a Muslim cemetery there. I guess because of the space, they all have to be next to each other.
Yeah.
Because the burying, like in the Muslim religion, it's the Islam. It always has to be buried. Like there's nothing else. You can't just cremate. Cremate is very haram. You cannot do that.
Okay.
It's like, you're whatever. It's the religious thing. It's quite obvious why. Like, you God created the body. You're not allowed to just like burn it.
That's right, yeah.
But also the funny thing is that it's in Happy Valley that is like right in front of the biggest gambling.
I mean, maybe initially when they were doing this together, the first person who set up the cemetery, they probably were happy to see that person go.
Yeah.
They're like, inheritance.
Yeah.
I mean, if they could afford the whole cemetery, I'm pretty sure it's a big inheritance right over there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I guess
sure
like that place is quite real, like prime, right? Like the whole
Happy that?
the Happy Valley.
Absolutely, man. Like, just think about that location. You're next to the race course.
Yeah.
You got,
quite like nice hill, like
nice
you have,
hills, exactly. All that stuff. I'm like, that's prime location right over there. So whoever did set that up, I'm sure, first of all, it was Taylor Swift level inheritance. Yeah, point.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this over there. All right. So you have that, and then next to it is, of course, opposite that is the race course.
Yes.
Right.
Which is, by the way, gambling in Islam. Very haram.
Very haram.
Also.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have like the biggest, I imagine it's the biggest Muslim cemetery in Hong Kong right there is quite ironic.
Not surprising. I mean,
Yeah.
you have the Sikh temple at the
Yes.
corner over there as well. I believe there's another Muslim temple as well, right there as well. So it's like close by. You got a hotel, Dorset Hotel there.
Yes.
Right. So
The quarantine hotel.
Quarantine hotel
If you
back
didn't
then.
survive the quarantine, you can just
it's
go
right
straight
next door.
down.
Boom. And I was in that hotel for my quarantine.
I remember.
Yeah, that thing. And then, okay, so next to that, you have the Indian temple, the really old school, the one that I went to when I was way younger. Then next to that, you have the Hong Kong Sanatorium Hospital.
Yes.
And then you have like prime Happy Valley real estate.
Yes.
So let's understand this whole
Yes,
dynamic,
exactly.
right? So let's say there's this rich person living in Happy Valley, too much money, doesn't know what to do.
Yes.
Obviously-
Taylor Swift money.
Taylor Swift money, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, at some point in your life, you're like, I gotta go gamble, man. I gotta get this racehorse.
You gotta
money, man.
you gotta feel something.
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
And then you basically build it bigger and bigger. You start off with Happy Wednesday, go into the beer garden. Then you join the Adrenaline Lounge where you're like members and everything. Then you go to like the VIPs where it's like your minimum bet 100,000, whatever.
Yeah, the horse comes to you to take the blessings every time.
Yeah,
before,
something like that. You didn't bring your lucky charm. That's why we lost. Oh my god,
Yeah.
one of those, right? You're basically the person that when they're filming the racing, they cut to you
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
horse wins.
Yes.
You're that level. You know what I mean? So then you have that. Okay. Then you're gonna at some point you're gonna overdose, bet too
For
much,
sure, yeah.
right? Lose all your money.
Yeah.
Go to get a heart
Get a
attack.
heart attack,
right?
yeah.
You go to Hong Kong Sanatorium Hospital. You get better. You get the bill. Get another heart attack.
Yeah.
Because it's a private hospital that's well
Yeah.
known to be expensive.
Yep.
Right.
I've
And
been
then-
before when I had insurance. Now
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
not
just,
happening. Yeah, no way,
Not
man.
happening. Yeah.
I've been
Very
before
nice
with
hospital.
Very nice. Yeah. I've been before without insurance, and let me tell you that over the top unnecessary service that they provide you.
Yes.
Don't need that.
Yeah, you don't.
A warm towel for my hands. I don't need
Yeah.
that shit. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yes.
It was like, I'm like, did I check into the Four
Yeah,
Seasons
right?
by accident?
I remember
Because I had I cut my, that whole fight I had on Lamma,
Yeah.
I needed stitches. That's where I went. And it was like, this is too nice. I want
Yeah.
to cut more of my hands. That's
Exactly,
insane.
right? It's
Yeah.
insane. They were like, oh, would you like some water? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just here for the scan. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's okay. So this is your little space you can wait for us.
It's like all the nurses are hot. It's ridiculous.
Everything's
Yeah.
ridiculous, you know. And real quick sidetrack: when I went there for my scan, they had to basically inject the contrast for the MRI, whatever. So basically, have to find a vein to put the IV, the infusion, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
They couldn't even find it.
Wow,
Local
too
hospitals,
many
government
drugs?
No, probably they're just not skilled enough because they do like
Ah.
maybe 2 hands a day.
Oh, I see.
Government hospitals don't even look. Bam, got it. Yeah, I love it. Right. Anyway, so
Yeah.
You've got
back to our billionaire who's
so
about
billionaire
to die.
gambles money, loses a bunch of money, gets a heart attack, goes to hospital, now regrets it, goes to the Indian temple right next door, prays and everything. But everyone's gonna lapse at some point. They're like, you know what? I think the gods have forgotten me. Let's go back, right? Goes on the racetrack again, loses a bunch of money. This time, heart attack, way too big, so strong, dies.
Yeah.
Goes to the cemetery. It's a circle of life.
It's circle of life. That means you can basically be born and die in Happy Valley.
Exactly. Yeah. You were
Named very
happy. Now you exactly. You were happy. Now you're in the valley. You're literally in it now, buddy.
We might have mentioned this in an old episode, but we always have new listeners, by the way. So if you're a new listener, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
This is episode 150 something.
Yeah.
And this is us, Vivek. How do people find you online?
Funny Vivek.
There you go.
And you?
I'm the other Muhammad.
There you go.
I have a stand-up show coming up in Hong Kong before I leave on tour to Melbourne and Sydney as well. We just signed. You're doing Sydney as well in Cantonese. I'm doing Sydney in English. But 1st of March on Backstage stage in Base Hall, Jardine House. 1st of March, I'll be headlining with my show, Say Moto Racism. And it's going to be a mix of the material I'm working out for the Melbourne, the Australia tour, but also I have been where you might have seen me recently. A lot of the stuff that I've been doing recently in Hong Kong is Hong Kong specific because I want to work out Hong Kong jokes. So that is the time when I would do them. They are in pretty decent form. And I don't, given the rest of my year, how it's looking, I don't think I'll be headlining again in Hong Kong for the rest of the year. So come check me out. 1st of March and Backstage Comedy. Base Hall.
Yeah.
Friday.
Do that. And if you're curious about our Australian tours, go to our Instagrams and follow us over there. For me, just go to aunz.funnyvivek.com and you know all about my shows over there in Australia and New Zealand. However, it is all in Cantonese.
Yep.
So you have a few weeks to learn.
So going back to before... Happy Valley. We might have mentioned it before. It was named ironically, I believe, right?
I have no idea. I don't know about the history of it.
I genuinely believe that is the case. Like
I believe it
because the cemeteries were there.
Yeah.
So someone just named them.
Yeah. I thought it was more to do with the racetrack. Maybe that's why they wanted to detract from the whole knowledge of the cemetery. Then again, this is all us pure speculation.
Yes.
Right. So let us do what we do best, which is guess without anything to back it up. All right. So there's a cemetery. There's temples, there's tram tracks, there's a bunch of rich people, there's a hospital, and there's a race course. Now, let's be honest, that is sufficient to be its own civilization.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You have your religion, the spiritual side.
I think you might actually, just with this sentence, you might get NSL'd for do you call it secession?
Oh, yeah. To say Happy Valley is the only.
Oh, no. All right. Cut that, everyone. Clip it.
They're it's a small little hub. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You've got, first of all, the racetrack. In the middle of it, you got the sports grounds. So all the physical activity you got to do is right over there. Go for your jog, done and done, right? Fresh air, great. Okay, so you've got that. Then you got the hospital should you get sick, right? Everybody, no matter how good you are, you still get sick every now and then. You got the hospital. You've got the spiritual side, which is, of course, the temples.
Yeah.
You've got the more self-reflecting side, where you go visit the ancestors at the graves. And you got your fancy home up the slope, where you can look down upon the rest of the people.
And if you get a crazy fever and you need to be isolated from everyone else, you can just go to the quarantine hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Dorset Hotel right over there in the
Dorset
corner.
Hotel.
Yeah, you got that sorted out. So I think, if anything, everybody, whoever does come to Hong Kong and they're saying, where do you want to live? Just say Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see that place get so congested.
Yeah.
Where it becomes a tourist destination.
I believe it, having been a few times recently-ish, I believe it's already on some sort of a Xiao Hongshu situation.
I'm sure,
There's a lot of Chinese, mainland tourists there as well.
Because I know, when I went to Hong Kong.
I would love for them to leave my street alone. I live in Taiping Shan.
Yeah.
And that is not okay. Next to Manmo Temple, that is just I'm sorry. Guys, please don't.
I'll tell you this, I walked past Hong Kong U campus just the other day, and man, that is a tourist destination now. Like, literally walking there, I'm like, man, none of these people study here. It's all tourists.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I'm just happy that they opened up the campus for anyone to walk in at least.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But I mean, in many ways, I was like, I used to enjoy how this was like a kind of semi-peaceful place.
It was pretty too. Like, you walk through, and now there's just like,
just
a lot of selfie
but
sticks.
It's such is life, man,
I mean, I would love for them. Okay, here's the deal. I will stop complaining about them once they start coming to comedy shows. That's when I'm like, all right, I like you guys. So far, they don't come to comedy shows.
So basically, you have a minimum spend. So, like, think of it this way: is that if you spend this amount, you get access to all these other places like that, right? So they
Yeah.
have to like, either spend your place or somewhere else and contribute enough of specific GDP for Hong Kong, and then they are free to do as they like. Oh, okay, I mean, that could be worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's only so much percent, what is it? Percent Arabica, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the coffee shop.
The coffee shop and bakehouse.
Yeah.
Really, you can get before you're like, all right, do something else.
Yeah, exactly,
Here's something
yeah.
else. Come to a comedy show. It
Yeah,
doesn't
why
have to be
not?
mine. Just come to a comedy.
yeah,
We would
exactly,
love
yeah.
to see like big Chinese tour groups because a lot of us like have ties to it, like are from there or like whatever. Or
Yeah.
someone like me who lived there.
Yeah,
You
he's
would be
looking
if
for
you speak
activities,
English
Yeah,
or Cantonese.
yeah.
Fine, we don't really have Mandarin show. We have like one.
Not really, yeah.
Steve
Steve Lee,
does
but
something.
not much, not much.
Yeah, it's very small. So yeah, come to a Mandarin, not Mandarin. Come to a Cantonese show.
Yeah.
There's many of them
Yeah.
happening. You guys are. What's the best way to find the Cantonese shows?
So the best way is just go to halloflaughs.com and then you'll find all the information there. Otherwise, honestly, follow us on Instagrams and then you'll find
Yeah.
out all the shows that's happening.
Yeah. The English shows are all over the place as well. Best way is find Backstage Comedy, and we put shows up every week.
Yeah.
And so going back to that, right now, I think the hot tourist spots did not catch up to Happy Valley yet, but there are. I think because it's kind of unique to the rest of Hong Kong as well. It does look very different.
Yeah.
It's more open space than a lot of places on Hong Kong Island.
Yeah.
And the combination, as you said, of like the tram tracks, because they also stop there, right?
Yeah, that's the final terminal part.
At the
Yeah,
final
yeah.
terminal, and then the big open space with the race course,
Yeah.
and then the cemeteries,
Yeah.
and the
You can see
beautiful
everything.
hospital.
Yeah, I mean, like if you haven't been there, I highly recommend you go check it out.
Yeah.
And see what you think.
This episode was not sponsored by the Happy Valley Local Council.
Yeah.
We would like for it to be, but so far this was completely of our own initiative.
Yeah. So if you have
promoting Happy Valley.
if you have another district that you feel we definitely want to talk about with.
Oh yeah, that is a great idea actually.
And please let us know what district you recommend, and we will base it on purely what we know of it.
Yes.
No-
Yeah, we are not gonna go there.
Yeah.
It's
Because
like okay, here's a promise I can make. If it's between Kennedy Town and Wan Chai, we'll go.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
live with that. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah, but I'm pretty confident, like whatever district or area they say, I'm pretty confident that I may have been around there before for
Yes.
some reason. So,
So
I'd have
based on
something.
you're right. Based on what we already know, we're not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
cheat and go
Yeah.
research it.
Yeah.
Okay, that
do
is a
that.
great idea. We have many listeners, old and new. Tell us the neighborhood you would like us to discuss
tell you all about.
or promote.
Yeah,
and tell you
exactly,
all
yeah.
about and promote. I used to live in TST. We can start with that. I would throw in my suggestion first, and then the next maybe a couple of episodes we can do
Yeah.
a TST episode.
Alright.
I genuinely enjoyed living there, but it has a lot of pros and cons. Obviously, one of the biggest neighborhoods in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
TST people, just wait.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. All right.
Very cool. So last thing I have here is we're basically at the end or second half of February.
Yeah.
This is the what do you call the year that is 29 days?
Oh, this leap year.
Leap year.
Yeah. So
Right.
we have the extra day in February this year.
Exactly. My question is there anything that traditional or like superstitious that the locals
I
do?
do not know anything about that superstitious thing. If there is anything, I doubt there is because there's nothing special that I've ever heard of. in
I
my
just
whole life.
learned about the people's every man's birthday yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Did you know about this?
No.
Dude, it's so fun. I was talking to Annie on the phone and she was like, oh, today's every man's birthday. I'm like, what are you on about?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Turns out it's like the first year. It's a big Chinese thing, including here. It's like the first year of the new year is called every man's birthday or every man's day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you what it is. Every man's birthday.
Okay. I mean,
If you type that and do China,
yeah.
there you go.
Let's see now.
Oh yeah, the seventh year day is known as Renri or Yan Yat, meaning birthday of the man or day of man, day of humanity. This is a real thing.
Okay.
There you go. And customs is celebrating the seventh day vary from place to place. This is from Singapore. Oh, this one is from HKU actually. Common man's birthday. That's the funny name that I like.
Common man's birthday.
The common man's birthday.
That's
It's like
pretty
the
sad,
lame.
man.
Yeah. Description. Renri, the common man's birthday, is the day when everyone grows 1 year older. So everyone. Because,
Technically, yeah.
Exactly. Renri was regarded as the day human beings was created. Interesting.
Yeah.
Chinese people specifically prepare lucky food. For example, 7 vegetable soup. And then you can read what that is.
七菜粥.
Yeah. And 7 vegetable congee. Read.
Oh, that's kanji. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
okay.
say, okay.
And GD congee. It's celebrated not only in China, but also surrounding region influenced by Chinese culture. In Japan, Renri is called Jinji-chu.
Sure.
It's also one of the 5 seasonal festivals, which is celebrated on January 7th. So,
Okay. I mean, well, then in that case,
even though we're not January 7th, it's the 7th day of Chinese New Year, basically.
Okay. So, like, how do you sing it? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to thee. Happy birthday to we.
Happy birthday to thy.
Yeah.
And everyone who
Happy
is
birthday to
there.
yeah, a blank.
Well, actually, I'm offended, first of all, because I find this sexist.
Yeah.
That it says
It's mandate,
every
right?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not okay.
Maybe it's just a surname.
Yeah.
It could be that surname man,
Here's what I suggest. I suggest we cancel this holiday because it's not inclusive enough. Yes.
Okay.
Although in Mandarin or in Chinese, Ren is person.
Yeah, person. Yeah.
So actually in Chinese
the
it's okay.
translator that was the sexist.
Translator was sexist, but based on that, I still want to cancel it.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, in that case, I will not acknowledge it then.
Yeah, exactly.
We've done our part.
We can just delete this part. Happy every person's birthday, everyone. We wish you all the best in the year of the dragon, you Ren people out there. Good luck. Bye-bye.